Îl am în față pe John Lamond, unul dintre cei mai cunoscuți oameni din lumea whisky-ului, și o să iau un scurt interviu despre Dramsylvania, cea de-a treia ediție, care se desfășoară la Târgu Mureș. So, Mr. John Lamond, Master of Malt, I would like to kindly ask you what is your opinion about the organization of the third edition of Dramsylvania here in Târgu Mureș.
The event has grown, and the event is expanded, and so therefore we are aware that Romania, particularly this corner of Romania, is a developing market. It's an embryonic market for whisky, and so I am delighted to help things grow. I am delighted that Jury and Pepe have put this effort behind it and are getting it to grow. I was here last year. We had a relatively small event. It was basically it was me. There was an hour session, then there was a break, then there was another hour session with me, telling people about whisky. This time round, we've got more whisky companies involved. We had a couple of whisky companies involved last year, but this year we've got more whisky companies involved, and therefore there is more awareness within the industry of the event happening here of this particular corner of Romania.
So it's a growing, actually, project.
Yes, absolutely.
I would like to kindly ask you what is your contribution in this evening, because we know a little bit about this, but we would rather prefer to tell us more about it.
I'm delivering 2 master classes. I have advised the guys who to contact, which companies to invite along to the event. I've given them the initial contact from my experience within the industry. The ones that would be most likely to. There are a couple of companies that aren't here this year, want to be here this year, but couldn't make it, and because of that, they're interested in taking part next year already.
So I think we're gonna have 1 or 2 master classes.
2 master classes, yes.
Actually, and would you like to give us some clue from inside? Which is the topic of these master classes?
The topic is just education. Because particularly in a developing market like this, there's a lot of the lack of knowledge and there's a lot of ignorance. And I created the world's first Scotch whisky evening class, and I created it because in Scotland the people serving the product don't have the knowledge, and therefore you've got a drinker going up to the bar who's got more knowledge than the person serving it. It's the wrong way around. So I created this course, and effectively a lot of the information I will be giving those attending the masterclass will be part of that. There will be a lot of basic elements in terms of production, in terms of the way the industry is structured, and obviously I'm going to talk you through half a dozen whiskies, but the whole point is education, to get the knowledge into the market, so that creates the interest in their minds, it creates enthusiasm and a questioning character in their minds, so therefore they will go out and taste more, they'll experience more, and they'll come back next year looking for more information.
So do you think next year is going to grow? I mean, you are very sure this Dramsylvania is going to grow and even develop a lot much more.
Absolutely.
But I would like to kindly ask you, what is your vision about the developing here in Romania, the Scotch market and the whiskey business?
Look, it's a very small part of the market here in this corner of Romania. Obviously Palinka is very big, and there's a huge variety of quality and flavour in the Palinka that is drunk. Scotch whisky gives a quality level, a high quality level of spirit. To a degree, it is the best quality spirit out there in the market today in terms of pounds per bottle. So because of that, it's something which the industry, the Scotch whisky industry, should be focusing more on Romania, because there is great potential for...
Keep that in your mind.
Great potential for the whisky market to grow within Romania.
So, do you think basically we are going to hear much more about Romania, this whiskey industry and whiskey business? I would kindly ask you one final question for today, from now on. What would you think about producing a small film of presentation for Dramsylvania and to promote Dramsylvania and Scotland?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Yeah.
So you already, basically, you already are ambassador of Romania.
Absolutely. No, I have told people in Scotland about how wonderful the climate is here, how very pleasant the people are here, how very cheap, very inexpensive it is to eat out, to stay here. So a number of people have come here on holiday on the back of what I've said, and they've spread the word as well.
Okay, so Mr. John Lamond, thank you again, and we would like to have a very nice presence here, and we expect you over and over again each year in order to develop this project. Yeah, thank you, and Slange ba.
Slange.
Slange.